What's going on, everybody? It's me, Shane. Once again, I'm here with another Spy Family episode review. We got season 3, episode 44, The Red Circus. So before we jump into this like ring-a-ling, brothers, I need you guys to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Make sure you also share the video. Leave a comment down below. I love to hear your thoughts and what you think, not just about the episode or the series, but how the review is going. And also, please visit that Patreon. That link is right down there as well. So, continuation of last week, obviously, right? No duh. And that picture right there, seeing that preview, not last episode. Was that last episode? Yeah, no, seeing that preview before that, and then that again, and then right now, it got me. But this episode, it's good. I almost thought it was bordering on average until so much things started rolling in on here, right? Apparently his class is 3, 4, 5, and 6. So Anya's class, I think, are 3 and 4. 5 and 6 are someplace else. I always thought they were class like A or something. Maybe they're like, no, first years. They're first years. Right, different classes. I'm getting that mixed up with possibly My Hero, but I digress. So 2 separate buses, I guess, were taken, which is interesting because we only have this one we're seeing. So maybe the Red Circus had like a plan. Well, the leader, I forget his name. I'm just gonna call him Billy. Nope, Billy's another character. I'm just gonna call him damn, he has a name and I don't remember. Let's just call him Leader Man. Leader Man has a plan. Which is interesting because even while talking to like the person doing the dress, I think his name doing the dress, the person driving the bus, his name is Vadim. You ever just accidentally take 2 words and mix them together because you're talking too fast? Your mouth's trying to catch up with your brain. Yeah, I got that. And Anya's having some brain issues here because, as you would expect, whenever she hears a bunch of thoughts coming in once, it makes her dizzy. Actually, I even took a picture of that. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, wait. And it's very cute, right? Becky is a that is friendship goals. Pardon me. That's friendship goals right there, bro. She's like, it'll be okay. And I gotta hand it to Damian too. He was concerned about her. Even when he thought that maybe she was just putting on an act later when she gets that put on her neck. Which is funny because she really wasn't putting on an act. But, there's a lot to say about his adoration for his father, which I don't think so I don't know if this series is going to go there, but it is very obvious that Donovan Desmond is not a good guy, especially if Wise thinks he might try to restart the war. And every character that is like evil or supposed to be evil and an asshole has like eyes like that. Like, now initially I thought this guy had eyes like that, like evil. Like, he looks insane because he's talking about kids. Like, he's saying like, yeah, we kidnapped you because we know who your parents are. Because Billy, the big boy Billy, is so funny, dude. I was saying to myself, Billy's basically a grown-ass man. Like, his voice actor is easily in his probably 40s or 50s. I'm like, Billy, why don't your big ass get up and do something? But Billy starts off the chain of going, don't worry, our parents are important, or our mommies and daddies, which is funny, are important people. They'll come look for us. Dude points a gun at him, like, sit down, kid. So first of all, you recognize that he's a kid. Oh, yeah, I even have that right here. First of all, you recognize he's a kid. Secondly, you point guns at kids, dog? And he tells them, yeah, Vice Chairman Garnett's daughter, which is, I got a picture of her right here. Sorry about that. Hit the microphone. Got her right here. Little cutie patootie. You got this dude with this. Look at that nose. Look at that honker. He is the son of a central bank executive. And then, of course, we got our home girl, Becky Blackwell. Becky, like, she don't care. I like the nervousness being portrayed in here by Sweat Drops. Because when I think of other shows showing nervousness, like Daima, it's kind of like kind of like this is awkward kind of thing, which a lot of times is mostly played up for laughs, which is played up for laughs in here as well. Poor little Anya, look at poor little homegirl. Wait, too many thoughts. Y'all got to calm that shit down. Oh, and the son of Chairman Desmond. Oh, he got his mama's eyes and I think her hair color. Yeah, there you go. Work with me. But yeah, Barry. He's telling all them, just sit there shaking your boots and pray that your mommies and daddies will use their power to, free them. Because he tells them, look, you can, as long as they give in to our demands, you'll be back home and you'll be able to have your lavish dinners. And I'm just like, man, you have a thing against them. Now, funny enough, I'll just skip to the ending right now. I'm going to tell you the title for the next episode to the end of this. But it looks like his backstory might involve being a soldier and losing his wife and kid. I'm looking forward to seeing that, possibly. Not seeing him lose them, but just seeing what is his backstory to becoming a eco-terrorist, I think they said what did they say? Far left eco-terrorist, which is interesting because I said people who have those eyes are bad guys, but I'm starting to notice like a lot more. He just looks tired. Like as I'm thinking about, he looks tired, especially when I think about the fact. Okay, so Anya and Becky, the kids are on like a whole nother level here. Besides there always being that one dumbass, like this one right here, this dumbass girl. I had to get a picture of her because if she shows up in another episode, I'm gonna point her dumbass out. Not her. This one here, right? She says, "Oh, when we get to the destination, they're gonna kill us." Another girl's like, "Don't say that." I'm like, "Yeah, what's wrong with you?" There's always one person in movies. I think of like The Mist when it was that crazy, kooky, overly religious, like not Zionist, zealot lady. That's just like, no, man, it's just, we're all gonna die, or this is so bad. Shut up, please, shut up. But I like that Becky and Anya are trying to come up with a plan. Anya's like, okay, well, we don't know where they're taking us, so she come up and like, Anya gotta use the bathroom. I'm gonna pee myself. Oh no. And leader man is like, shut up, I'm gonna shoot y'all. The lady is like, I don't want to have to deal with a bunch of kids wetting themselves. And the driver thinks they said, well, in 30 minutes we'll get to I think it's Popular Park. And Anya hears, Anya's so smart. I don't know how she figured that saying that would get them to say how far it would be until they get someplace. Maybe she's done it before with her parents. I don't know. They never, that's never been the thing to key in on. But I like how, while Anya might not be book smart, there is some intelligence in this character here. Which I also got to point out, like Tatsuya Endo, it was in, I guess, I don't know if it was in a manga or QA with like him and his peers, but apparently he doesn't have much attachment to these characters. Now it's been framed that he doesn't care about them. I won't go that far, even though I could go that far. But like when tasked with making characters by his editor, they're like, make somebody cool, Loid, make something cute, Yor, make someone that can stand out and be cute and cool, Yor or Anya, right? So for a guy that literally he's making this book or making this series, actually, I'm going to pull it. I looked it up before. Give me 2 seconds. I looked it up before and I forgot to have that queued up. He gave up originally, wanted to draw the world he probably wanted to see. And what he's mainly doing now is because he didn't really have anything else. He had writer's block. Kind of feels like if you look into his other stuff is a little bit depressive. So probably someone said, hey, you need to write a story like this and let's just keep this going. So for a guy who is kind of like, I don't know if he's going through the motions, because I'm trying not to misappropriate what is being written down like everybody else is, because it kind of feels like people are going too far with it. But if he's going like, yeah, they told me to do this, so I'm doing this, this is a pretty damn good series with a lot of nuance for a guy, and he's probably finding what interests him in it, right? I just hope his nonchalant laissez-fairness towards the characters does not result in them having bad endings that's gonna piss all of us off. Don't pull an Attack on Titan, dog. Don't do it. Don't do it. So Anya finds out where they're going. Tells Becky. Becky's like, how did you? I read lips. I learned about it on my spy animes. Whatever. Apparently, the black whales. I love this. Black whales have a special code, like codes for like when stuff happens. So I think it's 84114. Hold on. Let me go to Papa Black Whale. Where Papa Black Whale at? Yeah, 8814. And so Anya wrote a note. Her handwriting's horrible. Can't understand it. Becky writes one. And it's like, okay, she's going to put in that tin that she had her stuff in. She's going to put her ID in it so no one thinks that it is trash. When they see her name and they see what she wrote, they'll go to the police. The bus is in 3D, by the way. It looks like a Bluebird school bus. And the fact that they're writing in English, like her and Damian, is like Ostinia, like a weird mix. Like what European countries is the main language English? I'm not counting Britain. Like what? That's something I probably should look into that. But Becky writes a note, which this is when some of the comedy comes in, where like Anya's handwriting is literally chicken scratch, which is probably why I like Anya, because my handwriting is chicken scratch, especially at that age too. And then Becky, right? Look at this stuff. It's in straight up English to the point where we got to translate in Japanese for the audience, and it's actually pretty decent English. And that's Damian, because he can hear them talking, saying, "What are you guys up to? Do anything stupid and you'll get yourselves killed." He cares. By the way, I love the fact he's a kid, so he messed up spelling stupid and had to scratch out whatever letter came after the T. I like that. I like that a lot. But yeah, her and Becky come up with this plan. Anya's gonna throw it. Becky's gonna let the window down. Damian agrees to distract, and when he goes to distract, he does the same thing that Anya talking about, going to the bathroom. He's like, I'm gonna poop my pants. And so open window, throw it, lift it up, and guy kind of catches on to it. And he's like, what'd you do? And Anya has a bad poker face. She does the little so he grabs her, puts a bomb on her neck, goes, if you fiddle with it, your head blows off. Actually, I'm gonna show that a little bit more, because this is very just wow. Fiddle with it, your head goes off. You do anything else, blow you up. Any of you other classmates do it, I'm gonna blow her up. Her life is in your hands, right? So sit down and don't do anything. And they're all going like, oh my God, is this real? Oh no, oh man. And Anya's going, is my head gonna go choppy? And dude, in his mind, he's like, of course it's fake. There's no gunpowder or anything in there, but it's playing out to fool these kids. And then Anya's like, oh, and sits down. Her stomach starts growling. She's like, all right, I'm hungry now that I'm relaxed. And Becky's like, thinking like she got nerves of steel. And Damian's like, she's crazy. Says crazy in English. And it's like, he's thinking like, man, she always has on a stupid face. Wait, is she actually an amazing person raised by an assassin? Yes. And so Anya's getting this thought in her head, like plan B is going to go great, because after all this is done, he's going to lead them to meet his father. And I'm sorry, just the string of events, like up and down. This is the funniest fucking face, bro. Just I need to save this as like a reaction to send to people, just shitting green. And she's like hitting the thing, and everybody's freaking out, which makes her, again, the overloaded thoughts make her kind of pass out. But it's so funny. Then Damian, apparently the Red Circus group's philosophy is equality. Ain't nothing wrong with equality. So when Damian's like, hey, yo, instead of her, just put it on me, I'm important. And Damian's thinking, like, I'm gonna be a politician like my daddy. I don't, like I was saying before, I don't think you realize your dad is kind of a bad dude, right? And he's thinking like, he wants to be like that. He wants to be strong and all this other stuff. Why does the guy put it on? And he's like, damn, why did I, do this? I'm not going to be able to study, play soccer, do any of these things. Am I going to die? And Anya does the most clutch, cutest thing. She grabs him by the hand and just like, hey, it's okay. Don't be scared. And he's trying to tell him like these things are fake. He's like, how would you even know that? And I love Becky goes, man, Anya, sometimes you can be so grown up. And that's very true. She has lots of layers as a character. And I'm assuming it's like this in the manga. I have just really great job for like kind of going through the motions with making this series and taking notes from editors, doing things that you don't want to do, but really good job. I think that's where he's shining through, is all the little nuances. Excuse me. I do like she hits it again, and Becky, he calls Anya, and she hits it after Becky defends her. She goes and calling her an ultra idiot, ultra baka. The police show up. So this juxtaposition between the Red Circus and the, I almost call them Social Security Society. It's the secret police, but they have a different name, and I need to find it just so I can say it. State Security, the State Security Service or whatever, which is funny because they're the SS or SSS. When the cops show up, because they do the spike trap, the Red Circus make the kids put black cloth all around so they can't see in, so they can't have snipers shoot. Police chief, I'm gonna call him Chiefington. He's like, hey yo, give us the kids. And the guy's like, I want my 17 hostages released from prison, and we need safe passage to the nation of Nordica. And tell you what, for every demand you give, we'll release 5 students. And I'm like, y'all got more than 10 students in there, so the math ain't math. And wants a plane at Brumablow or Brumalau Airport, right? So state security shows up. These MFers look weird as hell, and they are weird as. Cause hold on, I need to go back. I gotta go back because there's a statement made. Because Yuri, I don't think you on the good side, and you might not be on the good side either if you're serving these MFers, right? And here's the plot of the show here, right? So, by the way, old people saw the thing that Becky threw. That's how the police got here, and that's how more stuff is getting out. Because initially, Henderson is working with the police. Mr. Green got shot, right? They're saying, okay, anyone who's not doing anything, go and help the police the way you can. I'm going to talk to the headmaster. Police told us don't tell the press and don't tell the parents yet. So we're gonna chill on that. So why is the secret police, right? He's saying, we got the Scarface dude that Loid impersonated one time, but the direct superior of Yuri. He comes and reports to him, right? And this guy, the guy in charge, says, whether it's a sacrifice from them or the press get a hold of us, the priority of the state security police is to suppress the target. They will not tolerate the existence of any resistance group in the country. That is the entire plot of this show. That this government, this regime, kind of seems like imitating life here. Anyone that's different against them or what they believe is an enemy. This is why they've been on witch hunt since episode 1 for spies. Spies of what? You're telling our secrets. It's like we get a flashback from Loid, which is like, okay, like young Frankie said, we don't know how the war started. They said you guys started. Well, you guys very clearly got bombed by us. So what actually happened? Which I would love to hear what actually happened with that war. Like who actually started, what actually made that tip off. Hold on. But this is the whole entire plot of the show. It's interesting that the Red Circus, like equality is our motto, puts a fake bomb on the kids only to get them to calm the F down and to try to get what he wants. But the security state police, these MFers show up. And I told you, now that as episode went on, I realized his eyes are less crazy and more tired, because this is the state security, there's three of them. Faceless old bastard and faceless old bastard here. And he has the crazy eyes. He has some crazy eyes. And he's saying, are you willing to endanger the lives of everyone in Ostinia for the lives of a few citizens? You're talking about kids. These are not good people. There is a lot of gray going on here. Because did the Red Circus take lives? When I think of like far left extremists, it's like I said last episode, it's like eco-terrorists. Usually when people fighting against a government, yeah, they're going to be labeled extreme because they're going against the conservative narrative or whatever. So I wonder exactly what has this group done. Are they like any of the other groups, like the people that kidnapped Anya and wanted to blow up the place with the dogs like Bond? A lot of nuance going on here. I might need to go back and watch certain seasons just so I can pay attention to some of the political alliances. And I feel like I would have picked up on that, but it feels like in this season, those things are being pushed to the forefront a little bit more, just for the viewers to think a little bit. Outside of the comedy and the good action, like this is tense here without anybody doing a flip kick or pulling off a mask and shooting someone. This is really good and really tense. Now, I love the fact that the chief goes up and points at him and says, well, they just demanded that no one move forward, so you're not going to get your way. And dude's like, well, most of his comrades are dead anyway, so we don't know how this is going to work. Even when the bad guy is like, hey, the bus driver's telling leader man, hey, how about we, I guess kill one of these kids. Even leader is thinking like, I guess I kill one of the kids, but if I do that, it's not going to be, he's already going like, I can't do it. Even if I did, it's just a thought. But the other guy's saying, well, why don't we do it? And the leader says, the moment we do that, time limit. Says, why don't you give them until like midnight? If I give them a time limit, as time winds down, they're going to be forced to send the state security police, those assholes. So, no, leave it open-ended so we can figure this out. Got to give a shout out to Papa Blackwell. Because as soon as he found out, he's like, send all my every jet and tank that we made that's in the Blackwell storage, go and get my daughter. I don't care if you burn everything down to the ground. Of course, this is Martha, the lady that usually takes care of Becky. Little old lady. Older butler lady. I like how she chops him in the head, telling him to calm down. Oh yeah, I didn't think I got a picture of that. Like, basically saying like, hey, calm down. You can cause more harm doing that. And he's just like, I want my precious baby girl. That's a good parent right there. She's gonna go and infiltrate. Yuri wanted to infiltrate, but when Wise, and I love Wise for this, when Wise caught wind of who was on the bus. Because I don't know the other guy that we always see, the older guy who's always there outside of Handler. I don't even think he's ever given a name. But when he tells her, hey, Damian, Desmond, and Anya are both on that bus. Because initially she said, we'll let the police handle it. She's like, oh no, that's my girl. We gonna help them out. We're going to feed information to them from the shadows. They even give the stupid ass state security the location of where the bus containing 5 and 6 classes are, which Yuri's going, they tie Yuri to the thing because Yuri initially was like, well, that stupid little girl's on there. And they say very rightfully, she knows your face. If she recognizes you in the name, and it could cause a whole thing. Well, they tied him to the pillar because he's thinking, oh, who cares if she's out the way? It's better anyway. But then he envisions you're being upset. Well, now he's gone off to wherever they thought they sightings for 5 and 6 bus, fed to them by Wise. And the episode ends with him going, I'm going to scour this whole entire city to find that bus. Because we already got class 3 and 4. They're held together. They just got to get the other bus. I love the fact that Handler's like, all right, soon as you know who it is, get to work. And Yuri, whether he realizes or not, maybe he cares about Anya because Yor cares about Anya, or he cares about her well-being because Yor cares about her well-being. It is interesting that initially he's like, wait a minute, that's the bus that girl is on and wants to do something. I like that Becky's dad is like, we getting my daughter by hook, by crook. And I'm still thinking to myself this whole time, by the way, tell you what I'm thinking. Loid can't show up because he's on a secret mission at, I almost said Bostonia. Is that the name of the place? Hold on for a second. Kill, secret police, they suck. Poop his pants. Damian sits down. So we said he's in a buy-in region. He's an undercover, so he couldn't be able to get back in time anyway. So my initial thoughts is like when dude put the bomb on Anya's neck, the fake bomb, like, Yor's gonna kill you, dog. Like, Yor will show up and will fuck your shit up. So I'm like, eee. But as this episode is going on, you're finding out like lots of shades of gray here. Should they have kidnapped these kids? Hell no. But it looks like they never planned on doing anything to them outside of giving them tons and tons of trauma that many of them would need therapy for. Really good episode. Like, just furthering like the overall plot of what this series is. A series of not black and white, but series of gray. And at its core, it's about like three strangers, technically four with Bond, because even look, they put Bond in a thing now. A series of four strangers becoming a real family. Her being the only one to know the secret. Bond probably does too, but her being the main talking human one that knows the secret of everybody and keeping the family together. Anya was in top form. I didn't wear the pink one because we are in dire straits, but this is a 5 out of 5. This is also why I wore this one. This is my 5 out of 5 shirt. This was good. A lot of tense, like the tense moments. Then you get funny, back to tense, funny, back to tense. It does such a good job of getting you to where the episode needs you to get, just so you can be right there. So 5 out of 5. Let me know what you thought of this episode. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to seeing that backstory next week. I'm going to assume that the episode after this will be Yor showing up for her baby girl. We'll find out. Please let me know what you think. Comment section down below. Do not forget to hit that like button. It's very important. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of more reviews like this. I'm telling you guys, it will be great. For every view you get, it would be great if you were able to get the same amount of subscribers. But hey, I appreciate you looking anyway, right? By the way, I appreciate you if you visit that Patreon link. It's right there at the bottom right there. Go ahead and click it. Whatever you choose to donate will be graciously appreciated. So guys, please be good, be blessed, wash your hands, drink some water, be good to yourself, be good to others. Either way it goes, please don't be a jerk, okay? Too many of those in this world. And make sure you are staying safe out there. It is crazy. It is insane. I know we're all going through some tough times, so please, if you need to talk to someone, please reach out to somebody. It's better for you to talk to someone today and then for them to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. I guarantee it. People would rather talk to you today, man. Reach out to somebody. If you want to talk to me, my social medias are in the description below. Give me a follow, be mellow, say hello, and give me a follow, say hello, be mellow. We be good to go. All right, there we go. I got it. So I just got to figure out when I can rewatch those first 2 seasons, because there's some nuance going on here that I feel like might be missed. I digress. Until next time, y'all. Wakku Wakku.